live.
Are the mics muted right now?
No, but they're good right now.
Oh, okay.
Because this is our time when we share it.
This is the time we share it.
Mhm.
Share it.
We go
Everybody.
on Facebook and share it from our Facebook.
It doesn't look like Brett sharing it, though.
Oh, he's football.
It looks like he's watching something. I could be wrong.
Cooper Cup is amazing.
Cooper Cup?
Cooper Cup?
Is it because it's named after your son? Or
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Turn that volume down, huh? Huh? I'm going to love it first.
I think the music's off. All right.
Oh, yeah.
There's no music. Yeah, because I muted that last week. Because last week, or 2 weeks ago, there was a lot
It
of
was a
music. You guys couldn't
lot.
hear anything.
Mm-hmm.
That was planned.
Yeah, it was a prank. If it were, let's see, come chat with us live. Okay, that's shared on Facebook. I think the two people watching are me and Brett.
All right, go over. Yeah, say hello so I know that the text is coming through.
All right, just a second.
I got you.
Do you know which mic is mine on here? 1, 2, or 3?
Should be one.
All right. So
Just turn it all the way down and see if you're talking. I heard it. I don't know if it was because of our mics or yours.
No. So let's see. Hello? Nope. Hello?
There you go.
Nope. Hello? Nope.
Well, it should be one.
I tried.
There it is.
Hello?
You're muted now.
Hello? Oh, you're probably hearing me from your guys' mic.
Correctamundo.
Oh, it was one.
One day we'll get this podcast down, right?
All right. Let's say hi to Brett, everybody.
Hey, Brett.
What's up?
Yo.
I'm going on YouTube right now and commenting.
Yeah, so it's not showing me.
I just made a YouTube comment. There you go.
So, oh, yes. You're well?
Mm-hmm. I'm well daggum.
Perfect.
And I'm going to share it to Instagram.
I know I got to push some buttons. And not only am I supposed to push some buttons, I'm supposed to, do a Joey thing where I go up and down a bunch of times.
Don't do
you
that.
don't have to do that.
Yeah, we've been asking people not to do that.
Joey specifically told me that I had to do it. If I was going to keep the job, I had to do that.
That's the thing. He's not going to watch the show anyway.
Oh, perfect. Brandon Moore, what's up?
Hey, be more. You got the baby to bed this early? 2 minutes.
In 15 seconds.
Bow, bow, bow. Gotta put the link in it.
What is almost been a year?
When I died.
Speak of daggum, it's almost been a year since I've put an episode out on Well Daggum Podcast. But those backlog episodes are fire.
Wait, since Notre Dame has won a game?
Oh, here we go. This guy.
Zing. The baby's been down since 5:30. She's going to wake up here in a little bit.
Are we sure we're live? I'm just teasing.
I would hope so because you guys are commenting on it.
How is this happening? Mm-hmm. Hopefully that went to that. I'm going to post on Twitter.
Tweeter.
Hey, go out there and check out the meme we posted today. Pretty funny. I wouldn't say it's that mean. Meme. Pam? Pan. What are you saying? Pam? That's from Step Brothers.
Brandon, that's the way to go to get your kid to go down early. People always you want to stay consistent. Like your kids they go to sleep early so I can have time alone without the kids.
Right. Exactly.
That's why we put our kids to bed at 7 o'clock.
I
It's a little
shoot
later
for it.
now, but
It's like 8 o'clock for us. We got a 5, 4, and a 1.
yeah, it's getting a little later as they get older.
Mm.
But 7:30 is then you get 5-6 hours by yourself.
Until they wake up at
7?
5 a.m.
Oh no, I know. Trust me. Thaddeus wakes me up all the time.
It's like cold season right now, so it's like every hour of the night there's some kid just like, I peed the bed, or I got a runny nose, or wah. That's all the little one can say is wah.
Zoe's been getting up at 5:30, but she goes and gets her tablet and lays in our spare bedroom.
He just
Mm.
watches.
Yeah, and just watch at 5:30. She doesn't bother anybody.
Yeah, that's the way it is.
She goes and gets the
So-
third parent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because my wife doesn't like that. They
Babysitter.
watch it early. I'm like, listen,
Uh-oh.
I need to sleep.
Mute us all and start that music, bro.
Oh, hold on.
Hello and welcome to the Podbless podcast with three dads who are involved in church ministry where one is a full-time minister, the other is a volunteer, and one is a veteran of both.
This podcast will deal with the interaction between our faith and our day-to-day lives.
with a few fun segments in between.
I'm Joey,
I'm Josh,
And I'm Brett.
and,
this is Podbless. And there we are.
Oh yeah, I probably the
And
whole
Dustin
point of a podcast.
is talking.
The whole point of
It would be amazing to have that as our special guest. Podbless is in the house. We're not German. That's a little much. Wupensty?
I think I'm a little bit German.
Are you?
Mhm.
I'm English in my genealogy. Just old UK.
That's why you speak so good English.
That's why my English is so gooder than yours. Where's the sound? Uh-oh. Is the sound working?
This-
We hear it.
is your volume up on your phone?
That's a good point. We could check it just to make sure. Well, she's saying stuff back to us, so it must be working.
Whoop whoop. Oh, maybe there wasn't the sound, but now there is. Sound.
Because maybe the delay.
Good
right?
now. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, good now. Thank you.
We just wanted to make sure
Brandon.
everybody was watching and was listening.
Yeah. Wait a second. They're moving mouths, but no voicey boxes coming out. That's a lot of stuff. How's your guys' week been?
Long.
Yeah. Is it just work long or kids long or?
No, just long.
Well, it's
Well-
that change of season right now.
We hope so.
I've been through there a few good times. It's close to my old stomping grounds.
Whenever it switches to Dustin showing, there's no sound.
Huh.
Well, you know what? That is a possibility.
Ah!
Hold on. You know what? No Dustin tonight.
Oh,
Turn
you,
it off. I'm going home.
what?
I could fix it, but I'm gonna have to. No sound for a little while.
Just from all of us?
For a second, yes.
Okay, for a
Is that-
second.
Yeah. Let me just figure out.
Why would there not be sound when they're just on that window?
Unfortunately, I have no idea why.
Huh. Did you do it on purpose?
I think he did on purpose.
Get it together, Clark. Amber
Oh,
said.
you know what? I know exactly why. I can fix it. Give me one. I'm gonna go. Hey, bear with me.
We believe you this
It's
time again.
because this is a new.
You created that new window.
No, I didn't because
Oh.
the duo was already there.
Got it.
But because this is a new board, he didn't put this board in that duo.
Oh,
with,
so it's Joey's fault.
that I just realized that.
That's fine.
So we're gonna be muted, you guys.
Go for it. Kill it. important right now.
All right.
Just in
Everybody
case.
should be able to hear now.
Let us know if we can hear.
So, yes, it should definitely work.
Okay, there was a bunch of stuff.
Watching it. I'm seeing it. It is coming through.
What's up, Floyd?
So
We
it
see
works.
Floyd checking in there. Greg Wiseman. Need
There's
some
a real
elevator
shocker.
music while we're down. That would have been good. Rosemary.
That's fire Visible Pastor. It's better.
Wait.
Perfect.
Oh, that's Clay. Joey's fault. There's a real shocker there. If you haven't noticed, Joey's not with us tonight. He's been doing a lot of philanthropy, maybe?
Philanthropy. Yeah, I can't.
Philanthropy.
But he's not giving away any money,
No,
so I don't
he's
know if that
Oh,
counts.
well, he gave away.
No,
Used,
just kidding.
he used gas money to get down to East Kentucky,
I think the
South
church
Kentucky.
used money.
Well, ipso facto.
I'm just kidding.
Church money.
He's not a little Bill Gates, okay? So let's just slow our roll.
Yeah, he's got the dome for the George Bezos. George Bezos? That's a wrong name.
Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos. Yeah, Jeffrey. I was off on that. Anyway, Notre Dame game's happening. That's going to be cool. Taking
Yeah,
the Coopster.
that's why it's been so long. Because every day he asks, "We're going to the game today." I'm
Oh,
like, no, shut up.
well, that's like telling a 4 to 5 year old, hey, we're going to do this in a week.
Yeah.
Don't tell them that.
No.
It's all
We're going
day long.
tomorrow.
Yeah. When are we going to
'Cause
visit
I'm pretty
Nana?
sure their schedule is clear.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all day long. What was it that Ben's been asking about lately? There was something that he was like, are we going to go today?
Hey, can we ban somebody from the live stream? Because Greg Wiseman's going to be the first. I
Go
think.
Bucks,
Yes,
he
I
says.
can.
Just kidding, Greg.
Do gooder things, Rosemary says.
I'm not really sure. Let me see if I can first.
Let me test it with him. LOL, he says. That means laughing out loud. For
Or
those of you that don't know the lingo.
Love you too, Greg. Love you.
Lots of love.
Lots of love.
My mother-in-law did that, which Lisa always shares the podcast, but I don't know that she listens. But yeah, my mother-in-law, when her daughter's dog died,
Yeah.
is that what it was?
Yeah.
She had found out, and she commented on Facebook or something like that and said,
She texted her friend and said, Courtney's, because Courtney's dog was her like really good
best friend, like
companion.
yeah,
Yeah.
her child,
Yeah.
her
And
child.
she texted Courtney's friend and was like, Sophie died, LOL.
So Lisa was texting.
She
Why
thought-
would you say laugh out loud to my dog dying?
Right. Yeah. LOL, Courtney's dog died.
Because she thought it meant lots of love.
Right.
Sophie died, lots of love. Not ha 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 ha. Yeah.
Or Lisa really meant ha ha ha.
She was just covering it up. Like,
Yeah.
no, I didn't mean it.
know what that meant.
I didn't know you were going to say something to people about it, but I hated that dog. Oh. So, interesting story before we actually get into everything, and now that we're kind of squared away. So my son comes home from school today, right? What is this, second, third week of kindergarten? And every day I'm terrified as a father because he rides the bus, and I'm just like, make sure he doesn't do something horrible or dumb, to not injure himself or put himself in danger. And today he gets off the bus. Sorry, I just keep burping this Sprite. I shouldn't have drank that right before an episode. He gets off the bus and he's like, hey, look, somebody gave me $1.25. So automatically I go, oh no. What did somebody pay him to do? And I was like, oh yeah, did you have to do anything for that money, buddy? And he's like, nope. And so he lies a lot. Like, he's just really good at it.
Gets it from his dad.
He gets it from his mom's side. That's his mother-in-law that did the laugh out loud thing about the dying dog. Anyway,
His grandma.
yeah. I said his mom, didn't I? Yeah. I didn't drink the energy drink. Brain's not cranking. So anyway, I start trying to get stories out of him because, listen, when this boy gets home from school, he doesn't share with dad. Stay-at-home dad. He doesn't share it with me. He doesn't come up and be like, Dad, I want to tell you about everything that happened today. No. It's not what happens. He gets home. Hey, buddy, how was your day? I don't want to talk about it. I'm like, dude, you're 5. Like, what do you mean you don't?
Stay out of my life.
You weren't at the mines, getting diamonds out of the ground. Sorry, bud. But now he's just like, no, I don't want to talk about it, Dad. And that worries me too. Because then I'm like, wait a second. why doesn't he want to talk about it? So I'm automatically like, what did some older kid at school pay him to do for $1? I'm like, oh no, this is not going well. So I was like, so why did you get $1? So the first story he does, he says, some kids were laughing, and so I showed them how I could cross my eyes. And they were like, if you could cross your eyes and blink, I'll give you $0.25. And I was like, uh-huh. He said, so I crossed my eyes and I blinked, so they gave me $0.25. I was like, all right, how did you get the $1? What'd you do for that? They said, hey, you know any jokes? He said, so I told them a joke. And they gave me $1 because I made them laugh. And I was like, I've got a comedian on my hands. Like, it's going to be his first gig, you know, telling jokes on the bus, making $1, going out, spending it on his big career as a stand-up comedian, you know? And then I said, so tell me the real story. He goes, okay, I'll tell you the real story. That's when I got scared again. Like, well, this kid said,
Right.
if you take off all your clothes and run through the gym.
What was the real story?
He also had a Pokemon card. I forgot to mention that. Somebody else gave him a Pokemon card. So I was like, did you trade Pokemon cards at school? Because he has no clue how they work. He just likes it, the cartoon. And he's like, no, this kid in my class just gave it to me. It's like, you could pick any one you want. And so he said that's how that happened. But then he said, yeah, I saw this kid. And I said, they said something about $1. And you said, do you have $1? And they were like, yeah. And Ben's like, well, I want $1. And they were like, okay, here's $1. And he's like, thanks. That's his story he's going with, as opposed to the whole made-up story about telling jokes for money. Way better story. Should have stuck with that one. But yeah, he just says like, oh, and for the quarter, he was just like, can I have $0.25? And they're like, here you go. So me and Mom, when she got home from work, we were like, okay, buddy, stop taking money from strangers.
He's like, there's some really cool guy out by the bus stop, and he had a van.
I don't know. There's a job for that, though.
Well, that's what I said. I was like, people don't just give you money for no reason, bud. They expect something in return. And he's just like, no, they just gave it to me. And I'm thinking, well, there are a bunch of dumb kids in elementary school. You know, that's probably like, I have $. I don't know how this works. Here you go. Yeah. Cool. Can you do a dance? Cool dance. Here's $1. Like, I just hope. These are the true stories. But then he started throwing a fit at the house, like, I don't want to do this anymore. Stop talking to me. So I don't know. I'm hoping for the best.
He's like, Dad, I'll give you $1.25 to shut up.
I would have took it. that would have been a good back and forth. But
I guess the story doesn't matter as long as someone else isn't missing $1.
Right. You know, I start looking through my stuff like, hey, wait a minute, where's my $1.25? Like, he robbed me.
I was going to buy a Snickers.
They have snacks at school, Dad.
At least you get stories.
Yeah.
My 4-year-old and 2-year-old. So what did you guys do at school today? Pee pee poo poo.
Nice.
So what did you really do at school today? Poo poo. That's all. That's like, because they don't really remember. I don't think.
Yeah.
So they just want to be funny. Like they just, and you just can't get. What did you do? Nothing. What did you do today? Nothing. It's like, oh
yeah.
Cooper has this thing where, because he's in kindergarten also, where they move up their clip if they're like doing things they're supposed to do.
Yeah, that's what Ben's been. He's like, oh yeah, my clip didn't go up today. Yeah.
Yeah. And so Cooper's like all distraught if he doesn't get a purple or a pink, and so I keep telling him, hey, if you don't get pink or purple, you're not going to Notre Dame this week. Or like he wanted to drive his Power Wheels monster truck thing, and I was like, you're not gonna drive that if you don't get a purple or a pink. And he was so upset. He thought I was serious.
It makes him distraught, man. When you're like, oh, you can't do this fun thing. They're like, my whole world's crumbling because that's what I'm depending on to get through the day.
Have you ever substituted that age?
No.
So when I was in Virginia at a church, I did some substitute teaching for some Christian school. And the first time I did second grade. Second grade's not bad. Like, you could still threaten them and they'll listen, but they still listen. But then I did kindergarten. And I wanted to kill myself. Like, you want to talk about, like, they can't stop. And, like, the whole time, this is what I'm doing. Do you want a red sticker? Do you want me to give you a red sticker right now?
Threatening.
No,
the
I need a
entire
green one.
time.
I need a green one. I need a green one. So the whole time, like, okay, I'll be quiet. 3 seconds later, they're talking. Red one? Like you're just constantly threatening them with red stickers.
They're like, hey, guy, you don't know that if I get a red sticker, my mom's going to beat me when I
Yeah,
get
no, that's exactly what it is. Like that's what they're afraid of. Like I'm literally gonna be beat. Second grade wasn't so bad.
That was another kid story. I actually got to whip my son for the first time this week. I was really proud. Like it was a legit good spanking, not a like like I talked about it, we worked through it, and I was like, this is what has to happen because you're a horrible child. Hope you're not up at home watching this, Ben. Sorry.
He's like, oh, he's trashing me on his podcast. I'm going to.
No, he was horrible. We grounded him from the Switch for a week, and we grounded him from TV for the week.
That's really bad.
Well,
Is
yeah.
that because you're actually punished?
Yeah, I know.
That's what kids don't understand. Like this hurts me way more than it hurts you.
No,
I
that's
actually have
what-
to hang out with you now.
That's what my wife doesn't understand because she's the one that's at work and says, no more Switch for the week. And I'm like, what are you doing to me?
Oh yeah, no.
It didn't even work.
Josh is like throwing things across the
Like
room.
you're grounded from grounding the kids.
Yeah, watch your mouth, honey. I love you if you're watching.
No, that's the word. Like, yeah, my wife would like ground the kids like in the morning for not watching things, and I'm like, honey, I'm trying to get at least 30 more minutes of sleep. I need them to watch something and play something so I can sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, she took the TV and the Switch away for a week, this whole week. And I was just, and he didn't stop. He was just still bad. So I just looked at her. And we've not had to whip before. We've lightly tapped every once in a while. But I looked at her. I was like, I'm going to go spank him. She's like, yeah, go do it. I was like, I got the go ahead. All right, we're doing this.
Get the switch.
So, well, I took him out to
Switches.
we were at a restaurant. So I just took him out to the van, talked him through it. He understood what was happening. He's the only one old enough to like register what this means. And because if I hit the other one, she would just be like, why did you like not understand it all, even if I explained it. Yeah.
That's how like Theo, he's 4, but even when he was young, like you can always threaten him. Like he was
Yeah.
easy to threaten. Like you're gonna get spanked, you're gonna get in trouble. Like he's always understood. Thaddeus, like I'm gonna count to 3. 1, and he goes 2, 3. Theo is like, I'm about to spank you. I'm getting up. He's like, you're gonna spank me. You're gonna spank me. You're gonna spank me. And he just stops. Like he can be threatened. Thaddeus, he just laughs at you. He's getting better at understanding. Like there's a punishment about to happen, but it's nice when you can threaten kids.
Yeah, I know. I feel that way. I don't talk about it a ton because people get all uncomfortable, but I've gotten to the point now I'm just like, nah, it's okay to talk about. Like, it's my parenting skill. Like,
So that's why, like, the more things that, like, my wife's like, I don't like that Theo plays games. And I'm like, we need something to be able to take away.
Brittany said, but he's so cute. Amber and Brittany, I think, are talking between each other. But yeah, anything else to talk about before we get kicked off?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, that was a bunch of dad stuff there. I think that was for us. Sorry out there for the listeners, but yeah, that was a bunch
that
of
was
like,
free.
yeah.
The show is about to begin.
But before we got here, I was like, maybe this will be the week I talk about how much I hate kids. He was pretty bad when he got home from school today. It was getting pretty gnarly for a while. But yeah, well, let's go ahead and hit my music and we'll jump into
You have
that.
music?
I think so.
You're supposed to sing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let me find this dude's music. Is he,
Can you feel?
he really is pink. I was like,
my love?
I said, is he pink? Oh no, he really is pink. Oh, let me turn the music up.
I requested it.
1.
Ready to get your ear holes blessed? Take it away, Josh.
Hold on.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Nah,
That's
just
for
kidding.
Joey.
Just kidding.
Dear Lord. That was for you, Joey, even though you'll never hear it. So yeah, here's my segment for the night. As I was pitching the idea around to some friends again, as though I do, I was pitching the idea of different topics to go over tonight, and I was talking with Brandon Moore, who was commenting earlier, Clay Parks, who was also commenting earlier, and we pitched around some ideas, and we came up with, Brandon came up with, I don't know what the title should be, but I like the idea of po' boy meals. So they have the sandwich, the po' boy, which is usually some like fried steak of some sort. Still here, Brandon says. Oh, I need to be who?
Timon.
Timon and Pumbaa. Oh yeah, I could sing. I should walk around house to house and sing with my kids. Anyway, but Brandon came up with the po' boy meals. So in this subject or title, we were pitching around the concept of the times you were not at your lowest, but at your brokest. Like, what was the meal that you went to make sure you had some food? Like it didn't have to be good. It just had to be good to you. You know what I mean? Like
My friend's house.
there you go. Just like, oh, you guys are having dinner? I didn't know you do this every night at this time. Can I sit down and eat with you, please?
Can I get more?
Yeah. Can I have some more?
You guys
please?
joke, but that really was my life.
Mom and Dad locked the door again. Can I just come to your house for warmth, please?
There's a for sale sign in my front yard. Like,
I showed up from school.
they're always home.
They changed the locks on me. Oh, it's sad. But hey, there's Derek from down in Turkey Creek there.
Did you save hundreds of lives Sunday, Josh?
Hundreds of lots of messes. Oh yeah, I did throw a snake away a while back home at the big family reunion as they were having church on the mountain. There was a big copperhead like sitting under some steps ready to bite some feet, and I yeeted it over the hill, as I say. Sorry, that was going to the comments there. But anyway, Brandon Moore says peanut butter and butter sandwiches.
Peanut butter and butter?
Yeah, like put butter on the bread.
I've
and
done
just-
that with toast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like doing butter on toast a little bit. I've gotten away from because we always had margarine around. I'm trying to get away from eating margarine.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's not good for you. Really bad for you. But yeah, just pour a sandwich. If you're out there listening and you're commenting in, or if you're even listening to it after the fact, comment in with your poorest meal that you used to dawn upon your mouth. Is that said right? Does that work? Kentucky steak with ramen noodles. Oh, bologna and ramen. Is that what we're going with there? Is that the Kentucky steak? There was a small snake at my church.
Yeah, youth group here.
Oh, this week? Was it a copperhead?
I think it was rattle.
Oh, there wasn't no rattlesnake here. It was a rat snake, maybe.
Anaconda?
You guys ain't got no poisonous snakes up around here. But no, yeah, poor meal foods. I keep saying poor. I don't mean it as that way, but just in the times that you didn't have any cash and you're like, what can I eat?
Down on times meals.
Down on times meals. Crushing up some crackers, mixing in some mayonnaise you got from the fast food joint, and just eating some cracker mayonnaise casserole.
I do like the one you said earlier was the Vienna sausages.
Yeah.
I still eat those.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do you ever mix them with anything?
No.
They have flavored ones.
I do I just put them on like a cracker.
Yeah, a little saltine.
Yeah.
Vienna weenie is what we call,
Yeah.
not Vienna sausage. Fancy.
Vienna.
Whatever can of soup with whatever pasta was left in the pantry. It's a good way to go. Is a garter snake? That's a different thing than a garden snake. Gator snake.
Gators.
I can't read. Man, I got horrible eyesight. This is the best I could ever seen it, and it's still.
Amber said ramen with shredded cheese and hot sauce.
That's what I do now. That's a good go-to.
Sarah found this video the other day of a guy that made lasagna ramen noodles. Have you seen this?
Lasagna ramen. He mashed it out to make flat noodles.
No. So you just take the square of ramen.
I'm picturing it.
You
Yeah.
put some cheese on it, and then you put some sauce. You put some spaghetti sauce or whatever, marinara, whatever, on the first layer. Then you put another ramen on it and do the same thing. Put the cheese on top.
Yeah.
And then you put it in the oven for like 30 minutes, and it makes like delicious lasagna.
That
supposedly.
sounds really good. It's the same concept. I get it.
Right.
But it's just cheap ramen as opposed to buying big flat noodles or making your own flat noodles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sarah's like, we need to try this. I'm like, I don't know.
You should have brought that for our meal taste
Next
tonight.
week.
Yeah, there you go.
Next week.
Ricotta. You got to put ricotta cheese
We're
in
eating good next week.
it. Make sure Joey's not coming. We don't want to bless
Chef
him.
Ramsay is.
Kicking it up with the ramen.
Yeah.
I can make some good meals with very little food. I'll take your word for it, Brittany. I believe I make good stuff now out of less. You know what I mean? I figured out how to, like Kelly. She likes a good ramen noodle in a pinch. She's like, just make me some ramen. I was like, no way.
100%.
I tell her, I said, do you want some fancy ramen or you want crappy ramen?
You want the ones in the microwave, or you want me to?
Well, like
Want a cup of noodles?
I'll put some frozen chicken in a pan and cook it up and season it up, and then like add it to it, steam some vegetables, do something like that,
Sure.
throw it in the noodles, mix it up, a little bit of sriracha.
Your
Yeah.
brother said sardines and mustard.
Now that was our dad. Dad loved sardines. It was disgusting.
So many people love sardines.
I'll eat them, but not by choice.
What did Clay say?
Forced.
Have hot dogs one night and save the water for the next day and have wiener water soup.
Clay wins this match.
Sounds delicious.
Sounds amazing. Your salami in the microwave?
Salami in the microwave.
Yeah.
Salami's fancy.
Throw salami in the microwave for like 30 seconds and let it like shiver, like,
Shrivel up a little.
shrivel.
Yeah.
Shrivel up and get hard.
Nice.
So good.
Those sounds like opposites.
Or,
but
I mean, everybody, like cream cheese and salami.
it sounds like a name to an alternative rock band. Ladies and gentlemen,
Here are the wiener water
Wiener
soup.
Oh man. But I
Wiener broth.
wiener broth. It's like stock, wiener stock. I like that better. That sounds fancier. I was a big fan of everything with bologna. I would eat bologna
Really?
with. I mean, my grandpa would get the Cons like roll, the log that had the
Just
red
cut it off
wrapper up,
himself?
and just cut it out, cut slices like.
Oh,
an
you didn't
inch
get the
thick.
kind of the package where you have to rip it off the.
Oh yeah, it was awesome. But I ate what, bologna and jelly sandwiches, like just random bologna stuff, man. Fried bologna on everything.
Fried bologna is amazing.
Oh,
It really is.
As a salami.
salami is
fried
awesome.
salami.
I've never tried it.
Salami was a fancy thing to us because we didn't have like salami. We just
Another
had-
thing was cinnamon toast. Throw the toast in the toaster, and then butter, and then cinnamon. Shh.
that was cinnamon toast.
That was our cinnamon toast.
Hey, you got French toast over here, guys. It's like, nah, dude, that's not French toast.
Dude, I was like a chef. You go be like, I got about 3 things in the fridge. They're outdated. I got 1 thing in the cupboard. All right, I know what I'm gonna make this week.
Oh,
The best was like we would make like my mom used to make like a roast,
Mm.
and then we would have like roast for the next 3 nights.
oh yeah,
So like
that was my mom's
it
cooking
wasn't,
too.
but it wasn't roast. Like she would make like a vegetable soup. You know how you put meat in vegetable soup. So that was one of them.
She just added the meat to other things.
Yeah, and it would just be whatever that week.
Yeah. Sandwiches. Just cut up the meat and put it on a sandwich. Be like,
Yeah.
it's a whatever that meat was sandwich.
Yeah.
Mystery sandwich, if you will. Fried bologna, enough said. I can die now. Thank you, Clay. We were trying it when we were down visiting Hazard. We were trying to get some fried bologna because they were like, oh yeah. But they had bologna in the fridge. We just didn't know where the pans were to fry stuff up. So we were eating a lot of bologna as soon as we got down
That
there.
cinnamon toast was no joke. I'm telling you.
That's a guy at work does that with bagels. He'll put a bagel in the toaster, put some butter on it, and then have this cinnamon sugar
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
mixture.
that's
And,
nice.
Yeah, it's
When it comes to bagels and cream cheese, I'll even put another layer of cheese and throw it in the microwave and melt the other cheese and eat it. If you ever get a tomato with an onion on it, with a slice of onion, it's actually pretty good too.
My dad was big on that. He would have soup beans, of course, which are the cheapest cheapest like heavy food, I guess, to do. But he would do a big bowl of soup beans, cornbread, and just cut a big chunk of onion off and eat it like an apple. Just, I'm like, what is that, Dad? He's like, it's a piece of onion.
Oh yeah, it's weird.
Oh yeah, it's what they would always do back home. It was pretty good though. I mean, but like tomato sandwiches, just tomato and mayonnaise on some bread.
Or just tomato and salt.
Oh, I do that constantly,
Yeah.
especially gardening season.
My wife thinks I'm crazy, but it's so good.
Everyone thinks I'm crazy. They're like, how is your blood pressure not high? I was like, I put salt on apples. I put salt on watermelon.
Grape.
I put it on.
Have you tried salt on grapes?
I have tried it. It's
I'm,
okay.
I'm down with that.
It's too much
Really?
work.
Yeah.
Too much work.
You gotta like slice them to get it to stick to it, you know, and
You lick
No,
it.
no, no.
You
just
lick
get-
the grape beforehand.
spitting on grapes. What are you
just
doing
get
over
'em-
there?
You just put them under the sink and then
Get them a little watery.
yeah.
You ever have frozen grapes?
That is a good.
It's so good. It's
It
like
is
candy.
good.
Is
Yeah.
it?
You throw grapes in the freezer. Another thing, if you're like how do you eat kiwi?
Kiwi?
How do you eat it?
Oh, I don't often.
No,
Unless it's on a platter.
I eat it like an apple.
Oh, just I've ate the skin before.
It's so good. It's sour, but
Yeah.
it's so good.
I've ate the skin of a banana before too. That was pretty gross. But you have to leave the banana inside of it, or it's not possible. You don't wanna do it.
Chocolate covered grapes are the way to go. Had some in Lexington.
Ooh.
That's pretty good.
Light bread and mayonnaise. Light bread? White bread.
Light
I was like, light bread? Brother, I think you mean white bread.
No, it's the kind that's light.
Tomatoes like apple. Yeah, if a tomato comes out of the garden, dude, I'm all about that. I'll eat till
It is good.
I'll eat till I get sores in my mouth.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the acidicness. I'll just eat them all week.
Have you ever had corn on the cob, like still on the stalk, and put it in the microwave for 5 minutes? And then I thought my wife told me she did this, and I was like, this is crazy. You're stupid. So she's like, no, just try it. And I'm like, okay, fine. You put it in the microwave, you just put one at a time, 5 minutes, literally. You get an oven mitt because the stuff will be super hot.
Yep.
It peels right off. Like it's not even stuck to it. Literally just peels right off.
Yeah.
You just break it.
The green shuck.
And it's this, you don't even have to put anything on this corn. You just eat it just like that. It's the sweetest corn you will ever have.
Brandon Moore's making a relevant comment. It has the juice. That's a real popular viral song right now. It's corn. It has the juice. It's a TikTok viral song.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
I ate a whole orange, peel and all once. Hey, my brother ate a lemon, peel and all, just a little while back. He hasn't
I
commented.
hate orange peels. You ever had cranberry sauce from Thanksgiving but with orange peels in it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so nasty.
But one of my big things I love to do, mix mashed potatoes with anything.
Pretty much.
Every meal I had, if I had corn, mix the corn in it. If I had chicken, mix the chicken in it.
It's like a
Green
shepherd's
beans.
pie.
Yeah.
Surprisingly enough, never had a shepherd's pie.
Me either.
I mean,
Really?
I guess I pretty much made them every time.
Especially if you have a biscuit too, like you make like a little sandwich, you mix everything together, and then you put make a sandwich with the potatoes, and then you eat it. It's so good.
One September meeting, that's Labor Day weekend, family reunion. My mom made a big ham and a big thing of egg/potato salad, and I ate that for a week, making sandwiches out of it. I had the worst gas you have ever smelled for a whole week. Just salty ham and egg salad and bread. It was bad news, dude. Yeah, it was real bad news.
That's funny.
Oh, deer, squirrel, rabbit, and fresh fish. That's my brother there.
I mean, that sounds like a meal.
That's the best way to go when you're broke. Just go kill an animal and gut it and
Kill it.
Cook
Look
it
for
up.
one that's already dead on the side of the road, and then
funny story. When I think have I shared that on here before?
I don't think so.
So Matt Barber and a few guys, when they came down to visit in East Kentucky, it wasn't even Matt. It was Mike and I think Tyler Botdorf at the time. But anyway, they were coming down to visit me in East Kentucky, and as they were on the way, they're like, "Oh, hey, we're still traveling. We're almost there." My brother calls me, Philip, who's on here right now. You probably remember this story, Phil. And he says, "Hey, can you help me? The wife hit a deer with the car, and it's like quarter mile down the road from the house. But it's a good deer. It's still fresh. She just hit it. Like, let's go get it."
it's still fresh.
Yeah. So
Still even breathing a little bit.
well, that's the thing about roadkill. If you find it, don't eat it because you don't know how long it's been there. But if you're the one that killed it, yeah, if so facto.
She got her a deer.
Yeah. So we went down, we got it, and cut the back straps out. He's like, "Here, the boys are coming in. Cook them up some fresh deer meat." So as they pulled into the house, I'm in the kitchen frying up deer meat, like the real tender strips or whatever. And they're like, "Oh, they're eating it." They're like, "So good." I was like, "Yeah, I know. It's hard to believe my sister-in-law just killed it with a car." They're like, "Wait, we're eating roadkill?" And then I looked at him and went, "Huh, I guess we are." It was good, though. And then I tried to send it home, and Mike realized, like, if my wife figures out that I brought home roadkill, she'll kill me. So
There's like headlight in it.
hey, what's this hard chunk right? Is this bone?
Is that a blinker?
Oh, it's a piece of plastic from the headlight. Yeah, sorry about that. That was a good one. It just happened so perfectly that they were like, "This is roadkill." And I was like, "Welcome to East Kentucky."
Gourmet roadkill.
Hey, Angie's watching. She was the one that hit the deer.
She was the one that hit deer. We got the whole family on.
Yeah. Oh, the Williams clan. The Williams group. So anyway, yeah, but poor time foods, like I said, bologna, mashed potatoes. I can make just about anything out of mashed potatoes now. I've gotten to be very gourmet about it all. I really enjoy. Or what was it when KFC came out with the mashed potato bowl?
Yeah.
They call it the big failure and a sadness bowl.
I love that bowl.
I know.
And I tell them to add macaroni. They actually do it now, but before Tell them to add macaroni and cheese into the bowl.
Oh,
So good.
feel my heart slowing down. Just
I'll
a
tell you
little
what.
bit.
You're talking about mashed potatoes and macaroni and cheese. Eli's barbecue.
Yeah.
So like, I'll get the mashed potatoes with the macaroni and cheese, and I mix them together. It's like cheesy potatoes. So good.
Nice. Put a little bit of brisket in there. That's fancy nowadays, though. Everybody putting smoked brisket and stuff. What in the world? There's Sean playing the podcast on family vacation. Hey, we're playing down in Alabama right now. Shout out to Sean there.
Oh my gosh, is this the guy that married us?
Hey, yeah, I was his chaplain. I don't know what I should call myself. on
Father.
that. Father. Yeah. Father Williams. This is the guy that married us. Thanks for commenting in, Sean. Hope you guys are having a blessed vacation. But yeah, poor foods. That was kind of my little bit of a segment. You got something to go on, Brett?
I think so.
All right. Oh, you got to have his music up too. Sorry about
Oh,
that.
that's right.
Oh
That's
my
right. All
gosh.
these people and their music. All right.
What do we pay him for?
I know, right?
I mean,
Oh, wait, I didn't get his drink for him. We didn't pay him
He
tonight.
says that's.
I thought we only played when he actually has food.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, it's the new
prepare
one.
your bellies for Chef Brady.
I nailed that, didn't I?
That was off of a whim too. Like we didn't even really
Yeah,
we just
talk
came
about
up
it.
with that.
Shot from the hip on that recording there. So what's
So-
your segment?
We don't have food tonight because Joey was here, and that's usually how Joey gets all of his meals. Was me coming in and fixing something for him.
Making some fixins.
Yeah, no. We were talking about this earlier with football season starting back, and I was trying to get some of your guys' take about like sports betting. Like, do you think it's okay, not okay? Like, I don't think any of us in here do it, but do you think it's okay or not okay, or like what are your thoughts on it?
What's your comments out there in the interwebs out there, guys? We're going to talk about it a little bit, but let us know what you feel about online betting.
Yeah, like on sports. I know Josh would probably kill it in sports betting because he doesn't really care.
Yeah, I think that's why I would do good.
Yeah,
I'll be like, I like purple. I'm gonna bet on that team.
right. Exactly.
So I guess the question is all gambling okay, or is it only sports betting?
Yeah,
Do we draw the line? Or if we say that is that if go to the casino is wrong, but if it's okay if you sports bet.
Yeah, I don't think there's
So
a
is it like-
difference there.
Yeah. I guess like me flipping a coin as a heads or tails, like that's 100% pure random.
Right.
But I mean, a football game, you can be like, okay, at least this team over here is statistically going to probably beat this team. Maybe it's okay to gamble if with the higher knowledge, more knowledge that you know.
Yeah, that
It's not gambling if I know it's a sure thing, right?
sure thing.
Yeah.
100% gonna happen.
Like, I know Ohio State's going to win. I'm just kidding. Because I'm really gambling at that point.
Right. No, I just think
We got a big comment in here. It'd be smart if the state of Kentucky would allow it. Dumb move. What does he say there? I can't read.
that being said, I'm a pastor, so I would have to be against.
So it doesn't matter if Ohio's not, because you just VPN your stuff to Kentucky and then on your phone, then you're good.
There you go. Yeah, VPNs, that takes care of everything. Hi, Mom. Thanks for tuning in.
Your
She
mom-
says it's not okay.
Not okay.
Surprise.
What if you bet on both teams the same amount of money?
Ooh, so then
You cover.
cover the spread. Is
Then
that
it's a
what they call
tie
it?
and you lose anyways.
Yeah, they tie.
Disclaimer, being a Christian podcast, we're going to go ahead and say, or I'm going to go ahead and say, probably not an okay thing, but it's of your own convictions that makes it yay or
Here's
nay,
where
right?
I'm at with it. If we talked about this earlier.
If you
too,
win,
like,
it's okay.
Yeah, as long as you're winning. As long as
long as
you're
you're
winning.
If you're
Yeah,
losing,
good.
it's not okay.
You're in the black, right?
No,
Or is
here's
that the bad? I don't know.
here's what I'm gonna say. Here's what I think. If you're like going out there every week and spending your
Your bill money.
your bill, like if you're not making ends meet,
Putting yourself, if you're eating bologna and mashed potato sandwiches,
yes, right. If you're and you're not providing for your family, you're not
Yeah.
tithing to your church, you're not you're not doing the things that you should be doing with your money,
Yeah.
then I think that's an issue, obviously.
Yeah.
But if you're like, I don't know if am I
If
going to
you're
get somebody in
rich
trouble
and doing
with
well
this?
and just throwing some
Sarah.
extra money at stuff.
Get Sarah in trouble.
She's a big gambler.
Yeah, she is.
I'm just kidding.
She married me.
Yeah, she took a risk.
No, but I think if you're like, I don't know, you got a spare $20 and you could do really anything with $20.
Yeah.
I don't know that I necessarily think it's
You're going to spend it on
It's
something
wrong.
frivolous anyway.
right.
Throw it
Like-
at that instead.
Sure, I'm gonna waste it in a game,
Yeah.
right? Like
Right.
that's digital. Like never even gonna just bring it because it's gonna bring me this. It could be me the same kind of joy, right?
Right.
Like it's like I said earlier, going to Chuck E. Cheese, right? Like you're just wasting money for a time of fun entertainment.
For a toy that's going to break
So-
5 minutes after you
So
get
then the question is if that's the argument, then then it depends on the money. Like if I throw $1 on a game, I say, hey, I bet you $1. Then does it matter? But if I start saying, hey, let's bet 100, let's bet 200, let's bet 300, then does it become more not okay?
I guess it depends on the people you're hanging out with.
I guess
And
if
they're
you're
like-
rich, it doesn't matter.
When they start making faces of how much money it is, they're like, whoa, I can't believe he spent that much. Be like, well, I was just kidding. I meant.
I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah.
It is all in where you draw the line, I guess, And because I've had that thought before too, of like, oh, hey, the Powerball's up to 356 million. Not to be specific, but but
Not
like,
saying I bought a ticket.
like, oh, I would waste that money on buying a cheeseburger that's not good for me. What if I take that and spend it towards that and buy a couple tickets? Or
And what if so this is like snowballing for me.
Hmm.
So what if you actually hit the Powerball? Think about all the good you could do with that money.
yeah, like
You
you
know-
could buy Ferraris, you could buy Porsches, you could
buy a big house.
No, I'm talking about like
philanthropy.
you could make you think how much money you could put on one game.
I could double it right now on a roulette table. I just double it.
just all
Black.
all on black.
Black.
No,
I'm just keeping people's. When I gamble at the casino, listen. Okay, I don't gamble at the casino. Listen, I don't gamble at the casino. But if I did, I'm helping somebody else pay their bills.
dealers need to eat
The bookie,
too.
yeah.
They're people too, okay?
Yeah, that is the thought though. Like, if you give 10% to the church, would they accept it, kind of thing? And I mean, I guess it just all depends on the church and the politics
I
of
will
it.
accept it.
I was gonna say I don't think there's a church that there probably is, but I don't know that. I don't-
I can 100% tell you if they knew that the money came from
Right.
money, they would probably.
Hey,
They might.
thanks to openministries.com, Reverend Josh would take whatever. I'll start a church.
Yeah.
I'll invest that
My
into a
PayPal
Rolex.
is.
Sorry,
Yeah.
man. Cash App all the way.
I'm against gambling, but if you win, hey, listen, I'm against gambling, but if my mom hits the lotto, I won't be upset.
What was it? Wasn't that a story a while back that this aunt and a nephew both bought a ticket or something like that, and she started suing him because they were going to split it, but she was like, "No, no, no! I said I would split the main pot, not the jackpot," and they won the jackpot or something. And he was just a young kid, and she was just like, "Oh no, 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 no!" and stopped it. He was just like, "Okay, fine, we'll do the main bet, not the full jackpot." But I don't know, man. I'm not going to say I don't do stuff like that, but as far as sports betting goes, like you said,
I only
it's
bring
not
up
my-
sport. I guess I only brought up sports betting because
It's your wheelhouse.
I'm watching
yeah.
Listen, if
football
you're
right
looking for arguments when you go back home,
You look-
we can give you some.
yeah.
If you need to win an argument, put us on speaker.
Listen, Sarah, I know sports. Okay,
She watches as much as Joey watches. Come on.
she'd
know-
actually watch her first episode.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
So I know more about that quarterback than I know about you. I know when his birthday is. I don't even know when yours is.
I know how old he is. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm a little indifferent. I guess I should say gambling is bad if you have an addiction to it, I think it's
No, Hunter, any addiction, right?
yeah.
But there's no biblical verse that literally says it's a
Don't.
sin if you gamble.
right.
I mean, people do. There are some arguments that people do use on the when they casted lots for Jesus's garments. And then also, but the Bible is very specific about how you should treat money.
Oh yeah.
And so I do think, again, I don't think that someone's going to hell for gambling, but I do think if they're not using their money the way, like the beginning you're
Properly,
taught,
if-
properly, sure.
Yeah.
Well, and there's so many avenues of that too, because of the sowers, or not the sowers, but the guy that gave all the workers talents, yeah.
Sure.
And it gave them all the different, and there was like 3 or 4 different ways. They were like, oh, hey, well, you didn't do it right this way, you didn't do it right that way, and so there's a lot of avenues to go down that way as far as just not betting or using it wisely at that point too.
Yeah.
But I would say that it comes, like, for me, I mean, the stories that I told you prior, but now it's God said, I do not want you to gamble. You know, at that point, if I go and gamble, then I'm directly sinning against God, not because the Bible specifically told me, but if you go buy $1 lotto ticket, right?
Yeah.
Like, even if I went about $1, like, it's a whole different story. Like, me and my wife were on our, I'm telling on myself here, but like on our honeymoon, and we were like, let's just buy a couple of $1 lotto tickets, right? Or like a 20 or expensive. It was like, really? Like, is that really like, right?
Yeah, it's not. You're not like breaking bank to
Yeah, sure.
on chance. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Yeah.
you every time you go buy a pack of Pokemon cards,
right.
right?
Right.
You're taking the bet that you get that expensive one. That's what
Yeah, exactly. You're hoping to open up an expensive one.
What's the comment saying here from Clay and Brandon both?
Clay says, "What's the odds on Podbless making it to 100 episodes, or the over under on Joey saying allegedly more than 5 times an episode?"
Allegedly, he does say that quite a bit.
And then Brandon said, I think the gamble a lot every day, but the world or the church has only picked one way that's bad.
Okay.
What if I buy a pack of baseball cards and get an awesome rookie card and sell it on eBay? Did I gamble?
Yeah. No.
He wanted those cards anyway. He just got lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fine line, and I guess it's whoever wants to really hold the stance of, this is not okay, that is okay.
I just think over the course of time, gambling has had such a bad rep. It does have a bad rep, but just the atmosphere of gambling, the whole. I mean,
It's like a slippery slope.
Yeah.
Like you start off
Because-
by it's,
yeah,
I just do
100%.
it for fun. It's
Hey.
extra money,
and then all of a sudden you're addicted, and then
you're starting to you're not paying your mortgage and you're betting.
exactly. So
Well,
it's better
yeah.
just to not do it. At all.
I end my
Right.
conversation by saying this. Lake Mead's dropped so low that it shows you gambling can kill. They've been finding dead bodies at the bottom of Lake Mead like crazy out in Vegas.
Oh, really?
the
people counting cards and stuff.
no, like just people that couldn't pay their debts and stuff like that. and
Oh, for sure.
Gangsters just
Yeah.
throwing them at the bottom of the lake, like sleeping with the fishes.
I
They're
do love.
finding-
Have you ever been to Las Vegas?
No, not yet.
Have you ever been to? No. So we have a house. My grandparents have a house. Well, I think my uncle owns it now, but
This guy I know.
but Las Vegas, it's actually really fun. Like when I was 21, I did a lot of gamble. I did some gambling there. I went for my 21st birthday. But even before there, like my great grandparents lived in Vegas, and so like for the kids, they have this place called Circus,
Oh yeah.
and like the bottom floor is all gambling, and then on the middle floor or the top floor, I should say, is basically like circus games and like a trapeze and like an actual circus.
That's cool.
So it was one of the most fun.
I'd like to see Carrot Top out there. He's still doing his live shows.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And I think even the magician Chris Angel.
Chris Angel. Yeah,
I think he
that's
does. Yeah, I think he was doing it for free at the Luxor.
Oh,
I think that's where Luxor is pretty cool.
he's
I've been
creepy
there.
though.
Yeah, that's his gimmick.
So yeah, that's
Swim in peace, Billy. They're making all kinds of mafia references in the comment section.
So I guess the real
Like
answer
me.
is that just whatever God says.
Yeah,
You
that's
know.
a good way to go about everything.
Yeah.
Right?
yeah.
right.
Hey, should I do this? Well, ask God, dude. I don't know.
Yeah. Are you asking me for permission? Yes.
It's better to ask for forgiveness than for permission.
Yeah.
That's what I was always.
Greg Wiseman says, "Been to Circus when we flew into Vegas to visit family in Arizona."
Oh.
Yeah, Greg, it's awesome. It's what it was when I was a kid. It really is a fun place. I mean, when you're a kid, you can't gamble,
That's true.
so it's like there's not too many places for kids.
Just
I saw Siegfried and Roy. I don't know if you know who that is.
it's just Siegfried now, right?
There's like nobody. I think they broke up.
I was going to say.
But I
the
actually
lion.
had the privilege of seeing them live before the tiger decided to kill him.
That's what I was
What
thinking.
kind of
Of
kill
having.
him? Not
Attack him. Yeah.
Attack him. Yeah.
Yeah, my wife's saying that we need to go out there for my 40th birthday party this coming April. She's like, we should go do that. I was like, yeah. I've never had a want to go out there, but it'd be cool. I've never been that far out west.
Sure.
So I'd like to go try something out like that, check it out.
Could be
Maybe see
fun.
Sedona and stuff like that.
I went to the Grand Canyon when I was like 11 and got to hike it. That was pretty fun. I had a rich grandpa. So I got real lucky, but lived a poor life. Yeah,
There you go. Humble life.
not even
A lot of bologna and mashed potatoes. That's what.
and
Brandon-
ghetto
Brandon
grilled
said
cheeses.
drive.
Drive to. Oh, yeah, they drove. Him and his wife drove all the way across the U.S., went out towards Vegas and stuff. It's kind of their honeymoon traveling ish.
Sedona. It's fantastic. Greg says.
But yeah. So, yeah, hopefully we hit the right spot for you to tell you what you should do about your gambling problem.
Oh yeah.
Not problem. Gambling
Addiction.
issues? Questions. Gambling questions. That's what we
Leave
meant
your
as.
50 cents at the door.
So you guys can gamble with it. Turn it into $1.
Oh, I guess.
yes.
How long are we into this?
Hold on. One more thing.
Oh, go ahead.
So is bingo wrong?
Depends on what
So
church
did
you're
I,
at.
my grandma used to. So I have a uncle who is what's the proper term that I'm supposed to use?
Brothel?
No.
Oh, okay.
For what is the political term? It doesn't matter. So he I don't want to use the R word because that's not the right word.
Okie dokie. We got you.
No, but she did a lot of charity work for him and or for that group. That's weird.
Yeah.
But she did bingo. Was one of the things. So like I get to when I turned like 18, I think it was, I got to play a lot of bingo, and then she would hook me up with cards. That stuff is fun.
Yeah.
Like dabbing.
Oh, hitting the bingo cards. Yeah.
And then there was even when you get to the computer that has like 50 like cards in them or whatever, you buy cards and then get a computer, you just put it in and it automatically puts it up. Like, you want to talk about being? No, horse racing.
Oh, gosh.
Super fun.
I've never.
I went to the Dash Hound races when they had the Wiener Dogs race over at. I'm trying to think of what that's called over there, but over in Cincinnati. Yeah, but they had a Wiener Dog race where they took them on the horse track and raced Wiener Dogs all the way around.
Yep.
That's pretty fun.
But betting $1 on horses is pretty fun.
No.
But I don't gamble anymore. That was back in the day. Actually, that was before I was 18.
Oh, mercy. So let's bless somebody.
All
Want
right.
to do that?
Yeah, let's
Get
do
some
it.
blessed music over there.
Maybe.
Crank the volume up, and
I think it's this button.
they all say "Pod bless." I don't know.
Pod bless your heart.
There we go. We're going to share a little news story, then we're going to pick somebody to bless out of it. For those of you that don't know, we pick a news story that's pretty funny or a little odd, and we try to bless somebody's heart that was either goofy or silly or just, sad. I love bingo, your sister says. So this week's Pod Bless story, we're going to talk about someone's pet. They're from the UK area and not
Lexington?
University of Kentucky. No, from the United Kingdom. Bless her heart and soul and all that. Or R.I.P. Queen Elizabeth.
You forgot the.
Oh, I forgot to quote Queen Elizabeth.
She's dead.
I turned to the frogs game. So anyway, this story we found, you can find it online if you look for it, because I doubt there's many stories like it. But there was a grieving woman who really wanted to help out her lost pet and give them a bon voyage.
Bon voyage.
I say them over trying to make them sound right. But sorry for burping in the mic. This Sprite's rough. So anyway, the title of this news story says, grieving woman spends 3,500 pounds, 3,500 pounds, traveling to scatter the beloved ashes of her hamster in Hawaii. Yes, you heard that right. She wants to spread the ashes of her hamster in Hawaii. The story goes on to tell a little bit more about that makes it a little more heartwarming than what it sounds. But Lisa Murray Lang, Lisa Lang, a grieving woman has planned to spend 3,500 pounds traveling 7,000 miles to Hawaii to spread the ashes of her beloved Spud. Spud being the hamster at large on this. Lisa Lang, 46, was devastated by the death of her 3-year-old small rodent in March this year.
Aw.
Now, through the story, you go to find out that she bought this hamster right before COVID started, right? And this is in the UK. So they go under lockdown, and this hamster lived for about 3 years. Now, an average hamster, 3-4 years tops. You're not getting a lot out of a hamster life-wise, unless you get 2, and then you get a lot of life out of them because they reproduce quite often and quite a lot. Both same thing. Anyway, she got this hamster before COVID, so she was on lockdown, and that was her flatmate, I guess you would say. That's what they say in the UK. My flatmate. That sounded Australian. My flatmate, bruv. That's better. That's more UK. So through this time, though, she would build cardboard setups of famous places around the world, and she would build them for her hamster. So if you go looking for this news article, it'll show a lot of the different ways that she did this. But she built famous places in London, famous places in Australia. I'm trying to look at some of these different ones that she has here, but she had them on Instagram apparently, posting these different things of her little hamster. But the favorite place that the hamster had was Honolulu, Hawaii. She made this little cardboard cutout of where this hamster could go hang out. But that's the one place that he would always want to hang out, was the Hawaii setup made out of cardboard. So during this 2 years of lockdown or whatever it was, she was pretty crazy about this hamster and made him have a good time. So thus, because he liked that cardboard cutout so much, nothing to do with the fact she wanted to go to Hawaii on holiday, she gave her hamster one last holiday, as they say, in Honolulu. She wanted to go out on the beach, pour his ashes into the water, right into the sand. Spud got his vacation, or Spud got his holiday, I think is what she wrote. So yeah, don't know who we should bless in this situation. If it's Lisa for her dedication to her hamster that was only going to live 2 or 3 years, as it was anyway. But spending 3,500 pounds, which equivalent to American dollars, say $5,000 American, to fly 7,000 miles to Hawaii, and spread some ashes of a hamster. I mean, you could probably mail them to somebody and have them do it for you, but I guess getting the vacation in Hawaii would be pretty cool. But who do you think we should bless on this?
The person that actually wrote the article.
I bet I could look up their name. Who do you think we should bless?
Do you think that if she would have just dumped it out in the toilet, he would have known what the difference between the Hawaii water or the...
It depends. When a hamster dies, do they take more, become more cognizant of their surroundings as a spirit? Or are we going old school biblical and saying, that thing had no spirit, it was dead on arrival? Bless the lottery, Brandon says.
the pilot?
The fish in the ocean of Hawaii. Now there's
Bless
dead
whoever
hamster.
had to carry on those bags.
The article was written by Anthony Thrower. 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 Oh, Tony Thrower.
Throw her in the ocean.
But yeah, it's it's up to you if you you like that camera angle. So it's either the hamster, the lady who went all the way over to do that, the pilot, or the author that had to write this article.
Do you think she had like the little necklace made of where she can keep some of the
Like a
the
little
ashes?
rosary.
the ashes of her hamster
He's
and her
got
necklace?
Hey, what's that? Oh, it's just Spud. Spud, what?
Is that what they called your dad? No, my hamster.
Oh, it's funny because that was my dad's nickname in the coal mines.
Was it really?
Thanks for bringing it up. It literally was. They called him Spud, yeah. My brother was Spanky and my dad was Spud. But yeah, I like the whole bless the editor or the
The guy that had to actually write this article.
write this whole article for.
Could you imagine
whatever news.
going into work and be like, "Hey, here's your assignment." There is this lady in the UK.
Get in here, Parker. I need pictures of Hamster Man. Come on, get out there. Need pictures of Spider-Man.
Yeah, I think it's the.
Yeah.
I think it's the author of
The author of the article.
Yeah.
What did I say his name was? Tony Thrower.
Thrower.
Get ready on that last Podbless.
Yeah, is there a button for this?
It's the one beside the other Podbless one.
I
So
got you.
Tony Thrower.
Pod bless your heart, sweetie.
Tony Thrower in the ocean.
Get old Tony Thrower.
in the ocean.
Tony Thrower in the toilet. The toilet. All right. Well, that was a pretty good show, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll let the viewers decide. We've had quite a few comments rolling in here. But
And we stretched that out to an hour and 5 minutes.
how in the world we did it, I'll never know.
What did we even talk about?
I think how much we hate our kids. No, that was just me, probably.
Amber said, "Bless the lady's therapist."
Oh my!
I just
Probably
can't.
has a psychic.
I just can't get over Spud.
Do you think she's just like, "Lady, come on, it's a hamster."
Time to throw her this episode into the credits. He says that's what Brandon Moore posts.
Yeah,
Oh.
I agree.
Well, I had a fun time, guys.
Yeah.
Even though Joey wasn't here, rest in peace. Whatever.
Oh wow.
Oh no, that was we
He's
were doing
killing
that.
her?
We were doing that for the Queen. My bad.
Oh,
Killing him.
No, he's just sleeping. I was just wanting him to get a lot of rest.
get a lot of rest.
Yeah. It's the same thing, right? It doesn't have to mean death. But yeah, everybody's heart's clear.
Yeah. Before well, did you gamble this week?
As you leave back to your cars and to your homes, please know. No, I'm going into pastor mode. Sorry, Reverend Josh coming out there.
Father.
Father Josh. That's right, Sean. Remember that.
How well do you know Sean?
I know Sean very well.
Oh, okay.
He's like a little brother.
Okay.
Yeah. Or a son. All right, let's end this episode. I'm Josh.
I'm Brett.
I guess I'm Dustin.
You are. And this is Podbless. Hey, we got it right that time. We got all the music going right. We hit everything just at the right spot.
It's what I do.
Hey, you were a killer tonight. You deserved every drop of that money. that
Joey
flowed.
owes you.
Joey owes you. That's right.